So let's try a walk cycle with a theoretical panning background. So it's going to be background 1. This is position A, so we write an A here with a circle. And it would say start. This is like a path the character's going to walk on. Back there's trees and bushes or whatever. So let's rough in a simple looking character. Oh, this is a Kohinoor Czech Republic lead holder. It has really big fat lead, as you can see. Keeps you from getting too detailed. So this is drawing 1. This is the far leg. This is the leg close to us. And this arm is the arm close to us. And this arm is the one that's far from us, let's say. Sometimes you fill that in with a color on your rough, and then that keeps it clear in your mind as to what's going on. So this will be drawing 1, and what you'll notice, maybe you can't see it, but drawing 1 and all the animation drawings are on the bottom peg, background's on the top peg. Panning, it's going to be panning that way because the character's facing that way. So on our sheets, we've written down man walks 8 frame steps and cycle them on ones because the background's going to be panning. And so first frame is always still, so your pan actually starts here. And it's going to be already in action, so your increments will be based on how far his steps are from each other. And the numbering on his steps would be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, and then cycle back to 1 again. And all these would have to be on 1s because we're panning the background and we see his feet on the background. So your even numbers are the in-betweens. The odd numbers are the extremes, basically, but so it's 8 frame steps, giving us 16 drawings altogether. So it's a 16 drawing walk cycle. And here are the step frames. So frame 9 is a step, and you would write step here. And here, frame 1 again, which would be actually frame 17. And then here, sometimes guys would just put ST with a circle, and that means step. And he's walking this way, so we're panning the background this way, and starts position A. So the next drawing you do is the next step, which is the opposite. So the near leg is back and the far leg is forward. The near arm is forward and the far away arm is back. And lift this up so you can turn on the light, turn out the top lights. Now you can see through the paper once you turn off the top lights and do your drawing. And you might want to position the arm and hands a little bit differently, just because it'll give it a little bit of something that's just a little bit off. And again, that's the arm far away, so you color that in red. It makes it easier for you to keep track of what's what. And for the legs, you may as well you draw a line across, and that'll tell you where the leg close to us, where the foot has to be for that. And where the far leg was, that's where that leg has to be. A little red on there. And so that is drawing 9. And then we want to do one of the in-betweens, which would be 5, because our chart, put the chart up here, 1, 9, 3, 5, 7, and then all these are going to be in between, but we're going to work on the extremes and the breakdowns. So we're going to do drawing 5 here. And drawing 5 is where the near leg comes back and it kind of slides back. And you want to do it halfway, so right about there, and you get taller and this arm swings forward, so it would come up here like this, and the forearm swings back, so you might want to have that one right about here. You color that in red so you know what's what. And then the leg that comes forward, the far leg, has to do you see the heel, color that in red so you know what's what. And that's how you do the beginning of your walk cycle according to your sheets. So you see the leg come up, the arms are swinging, and the leg is going to go down. Now the increments on your exposure sheets have to follow how far his feet are going back. And so there's going to be a drawing here. That'll be drawing 3, but there's also going to be drawing 2 and 4. So if we're going to measure approximations, the heel here is going to slide back all the way back like that. And we take an approximate measurement from here to here. And between drawing 1 and drawing 2, it's going to be one increment, one long increment. So this short one is a 20th, this big one is a 10th, right? So it's gonna, each frame has to slide the top bar over 1/10 of an inch. So we write that on the sheets here. We put 0.10, 0.10, and then draw a line, and camera knows to move the top bar over 1/10 of an inch. Sometimes they might even just write 0.1 like that. And so each drawing gets moved over. I kind of remember a trick the guys used to do where they would just slide the drawing over just that far. So this is where it's on center, and then they would slide it over here and then take this measurement on the side of the paper and say that that would be the distance, and that distance usually would be 0.10. So each frame slides over 0.10, and that's the measurements you do on the sheets. You also have to expose each drawing on the sheets. And I'm trying to find my light switch here. And we put on each frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then back to drawing 1 again. Over here we've got each one, every 8 frames there's a step. And there we have how to get our walk cycle done. And then you in between that to make your character walk across the screen. So give it a shot with your character, and we will see you next time.